The Battle of Blair Mountain, America's forgotten uprising. In 1921, in the mountains of West Virginia, 10,000 armed coal miners rose up against powerful coal companies in the largest labor uprising in U.S. history. Guns, planes, and desperate men clashed, and the nation barely remembers it today. The early 1920s in West Virginia were brutal for coal miners. They worked 12-hour days in dangerous mines, earning barely enough to survive. Coal companies paid low wages, evicted families from company-owned housing, and violently suppressed union organizing. Fed up with exploitation, miners joined unions. Leaders like Bill Blizzard organized strikes. But coal companies hired armed guards and local deputies to crush them. Tensions escalated. And finally, in August 1921, miners decided to fight back. Thousands of miners, many armed with rifles and homemade weapons, marched toward Blair Mountain. Their goal: confront the coal companies and demand fair wages and safer working conditions. Coal operators had thousands of hired deputies, and local law enforcement joined them. Both sides were armed, and the stage was set for a full-scale battle. When the miners reached Blair Mountain, fighting erupted. Gunfire echoed across the ridges. For 5 days, miners and company forces battled fiercely. Planes were even used to drop bombs on miners, the only time in U.S. history Americans were bombed by other Americans on their own soil. Bill Blizzard and other leaders coordinated attacks, trying to protect miners and families. Despite being outgunned, their courage kept the fight alive, but the cost was high. Hundreds were injured, some killed, and entire communities were left devastated. Finally, President Warren G. Harding sent federal troops to quell the uprising. When the army arrived, the miners reluctantly surrendered. Thousands were arrested, but the battle left a permanent mark on labor history. Although the miners did not achieve immediate victory, the Battle of Blair Mountain exposed the harsh realities of industrial America, labor rights struggles, and extremes people would endure for justice. Leaders like Bill Blizzard became symbols of courage, and the uprising remains the largest armed labor conflict in U.S. history.